Yeah. Not gonna happen. Alright, so, because I'm gonna be highlighting this when I restart, free play RTA speedrun, all 36 levels of the game, fast as I can. Any bricks and characters I want, just gotta get from point A to point B. Timing starts when I gain control in this level. Timing will start right about now. I need to turn off Splody Bolts. I always forget to do that when I reset. That's really important, because if I don't turn off Splody Bolts, then this out of bounds here doesn't work. Well, it could, but it's risky. Because if the barrel gets blown up, you're screwed. Come on, go. Come on, let me go, let me go. Okay, good. First triple jump. And we're through. Actually a little bit faster than last time, so cool, we're saving time already. Okay. I need to watch to see what my high jumper is for this next level. It's probably going to be Jar Jar, but if it's like Grievous or Grievous' bodyguard, I'm going to try something I've never tried before. So that's going to be hype. It's Grievous, okay. So, gonna do something you should never do. We're gonna try a brand new strat I've never tried before, never practiced, never even really looked into. We're gonna try it in the middle of a run. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get it, and it's gonna be hype. So just gotta stay positive. So, here, get that triple jump, excellent. That triple jump, for whatever reason, likes to give me trouble. It shouldn't, because it's not actually that hard. But it likes to mess with me. Okay. So here's where we try a new strat. And it worked. And now we are probably saving time, I hope. My idea was to, because there's a lever you have to pull in order to get up on those, and it takes forever. You have to use the force, and it takes forever to activate, and it wastes a bunch of time for no reason. So I was hoping, hey, maybe if I get a triple jump, or a high jumper that can triple jump, I can just triple jump up onto the second rock there, and lo and behold, it worked. So I'm gonna have to start doing that in runs, assuming RNG likes me and gives me a good high jump there. So. And then that's okay there that I got that second try. It's another one of those jumps that's harder than it should be. So I almost expect it to fail it at least once. Okay. Might have in the end been slower through the pillar jumps there, but it gave me some good information, so I'm okay with that. Okay, level 3. Level 3. This level is kind of the first level where the run can just die. Come on. But it's going superbly so far. That was one of the best climbs up the palace I've ever done. So yeah, okay, this level's going really well compared to last time. So here's the reason this level likes to kill your runs. It's this gate here. You've got to hit the 4 big ring targets you see up on the wall. First one's not so bad, but the second one likes to not be cooperative like it just was there. I promise this level trolls, and I just got lucky, and it decided to cooperate. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's just a little character strat there that I like to do, because I like to have my droid as the character I select, and I want my partner, the AI partner, to be a Jedi. So that way I'll have characters where I want them to be. Because memorization of characters so you know how to get to what you need quickly is really important in this run. Plus muscle memory is a thing that happens. So. Alright, this level, yay, the pod race. This is kind of, I guess, a soft auto-scroller, and that there's not a lot I can do to speed this up, but there are things I can do to slow it down. Accidentally. So we're going to try and avoid doing this, and I just did one. The most important thing in this level is hit all these boost pads, these green zoomy things, and don't bonk on other racers. And sometimes that's easier said than done, because the other racers are not very polite. They do not obey traffic laws. And they like to just bonk you all the time. And it's kind of rude. It slows you down. But after that, just try to take a short line, try to cut corners wherever you can. You know, pretty basic stuff. This level is not difficult, realistically. And even if it goes poorly, it doesn't actually lose that much time. Like, a bonk loses, I don't know, half a second or something, maybe. You have to bonk a whole bunch of times before it really becomes an issue. So, got past that guy, and we hit the boost pad this time. So level 1 was decent. I'm okay with that, lap 1. Lap 2 is going well. What will this guy do? Will this guy be nice? Yes, he will. Good for him. See? It doesn't actually lose you anything to be polite, except a race. We'll have to talk about that. We're just going to be, just going to give out a PSA, be polite on the road, and in the dunes of Tatooine, you know. Alright, lap 2 is almost done. There are 3 laps in this level. Okay, good, that guy was nice as well. Everyone is being polite today. I like it. It makes me happy. It makes my run fast. And we want to be fast. Alright, so the third lap, the one thing I need to worry about is getting ahead of Sebulba and staying ahead, and winning the race. If I don't get ahead, I don't fail the level, but I have to repeat this lap. And that's, I don't know, probably a solid minute just down the drain. So that's basically run over if I don't actually win the race. But it's really, really difficult to not win the race. So at this point, I'm basically, unless I just go to sleep, I've basically guaranteed to win. So. And I don't plan to go to sleep. I'm not that tired. I may be a college student, but I'm not that tired right now. Probably because I napped earlier. So. Alright, pod race is almost done. And good. I felt like that was a decent pod race. Okay, so now on to the second level that likes to kill runs. Just because it's the most difficult level in this movie, and it's the first kind of black level that I don't really like very much. And it's the first kind of difficult level, at least for speedrunning. I mean, even in a casual playthrough, it's a bit of a difficulty spike by comparison. But, so, alright, so here we go. This first part isn't too bad, because I'm invincible and basically immune to blaster bolts. I can just run past it. Okay, so I've got a clone one to my left. See, like this. This time it decided to give me a disguised clone trooper one click to the left of my droid, so that's going to affect how I play. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind whenever I need to switch to a droid like R2 or 3PO. I don't think there are any instances of 3PO in this level, but I don't always remember very well. So. And there it makes it convenient because you can swap to the clone to build, and then you're closer to R2 to use the panel. Okay. In this room, you just skip the entire thing. You just do some funky, fancy triple jumps and just skip over everything. Same with this part here. And should make that jump good. Very efficient, doing things during cutscenes. Get out of the way. Okay, this room used to troll me for days and days on end, because I tried to use the grapple point to get up, and your partner is dumb and doesn't like to follow you up the grapple point. But then I found out you can just use the, like, small hatch to go up, and your partner will just follow instantly. It's not only faster, it's easier, and it's 100% consistent. So that's like, yes, we want to do that. That is speedrunning right there. Okay, so I switched there to get my partner onto a Jedi, so that when this level ends, I will be a droideka and my partner will be a Jedi. And that makes selecting characters for the next level easier. Both of those should hit. Yes, good. So in this area, you're intended to, you know, go up and around the outside of this hangar, do some stuff, do some puzzles, but I don't want to do any of that. So I'm just going to stand in some specific, there we go, just going to stand in some specific spots, jump and shoot a little bit, and kill all the droids. And we are just about done with this level, and there we go. Okay. And now, for the first boss level of the game. This is Darth Maul. This is another case I really want to see my high jumper as Grievous. Not for anything that I do, but for something my partner might do. And it becomes much more likely to happen if your high jumper is Grievous, which it is not. So, that's fine though. It won't lose, like, a year and a half. So, there are a bunch of fights in this level. We don't want to do them all because they're slow, so we just skip that first one. It's a really easy high jump, or a really easy triple jump there, just to get up onto the bridge and then roll across. That's one of my favorites, actually. So this part's a little bit clinchy, because I have to drop down semi-blind onto another walkway. There we go. And if I miss it, I fall a very long way, and it makes me sad. Because I have to go all the way back up. And it loses a long period of time. It might happen. Basically what we want to see is my partner running to the end of the catwalk on the left. Yeah, like he just did there. And then he'll come back, and if you get really lucky, and if your partner is Grievous, it can actually happen where your partner will shove that droid off the catwalk, meaning you don't actually have to go all the way over. Oh, that was lucky there. I forgot that I was in a different level, and thought, hey, I had an Imperial to my left. Well, it actually turns out I do, but I didn't know that. Okay, that was good. So now we just need to kill these things. Come on. There we go. Okay. Darth Maul is going decently. It's not spectacular because I didn't get the fun little Grievous thing, but otherwise it's going pretty well. Having that Imperial there is actually really helpful. Because Blaster characters, like, you think, oh hey, I'm a Jedi, I can kill things really easily, and you'd be correct. But if you want to kill things quickly, you want a Blaster, actually. At least in this game. So, here's our first lightsaber boss fight. It's pretty easy. The thing to remember about these guys is you want to be doing this jump slash attack here. It's everything you could ever want. It's quick, it's easy, it's unblockable. Did not mean to do that, but it hit. So, come on. Now Now he's going to do this, and he's actually going to break with LEGO tradition, because usually when you have to force throw something back at a boss, you have to do it 3 times, but here you only have to do it twice. And then he'll jump down, and I can get the last 4 hearts. There we go. And we completed the entirety of Phantom Menace in less than 15 minutes. So I'm pretty sure we're actually substantially faster than the last run right now, somehow. Because I'm pretty sure I had hit 15 minutes right at the end of Darth Maul. Get out of my way! Jesus Christ. I'd hit 15 minutes right at the end of Darth Maul, and I hit 1440 at the end of Darth Maul that time. So, alright, this level is Black. It's another vehicle level. It's our first instance of torpedoes in the run. We're already faster than last time, so that's cool. But recurring theme throughout this game is torpedoes suck. So we want to skip them wherever possible. And luckily we can skip them a little bit in this level. Not as much as I'd like, but some. There are 2 instances, there are 2 rooms like this. We can skip the first one, but not the second one to my knowledge. And that was nigh on perfect. Right there, that skip. Alright, so coming up here is the second area of torpedoes. It has... So, like, you see this, you have 4 turrets, and then 3 of these turrets, and 3 of these, like, pylon things. And there are 2 sets in the first area, and 4 in the second area. So, like, I really wish we could skip this part, but to my knowledge, we cannot. And I just use the arc fighter here because it's fast. It shoots really quick, and deals a lot of damage. So that's what you choose. Oh my god. And this is why torpedoes are awful. They're slow, they're inaccurate, and there's not a whole lot you can do. So here I'm using the Naboo Starfighter, because there's a boss fight coming up, and it's the most consistent for the quick kill. And the quick kill is just mash and pray. Mash like your life depended on it, and that was good. Come on. Got her. That was much better than I've been getting it. Okay. So yeah, that's Zam. The quick kill is switch to something with guns, like the Naboo Starfighter, and mash the attack button like it owes you $1 million. And if you're lucky, you can basically... everything will load in and she'll just die. She has 10 hearts and no iframes. So if you mash hard enough and get enough hits in, you can just kill her almost instantly. Come on. So this level is... actually really pretty close to what a casual run-through of this level looks like. There are very, very few skips in this level. Actually, I don't think there are any skips in this level, anything major. So, I do things quickly, and I skip stuff, like mini-kits and whatnot, obviously, but otherwise, there's not a whole lot that I do, like, out of order or anything like that. There's not really any triple jumping or anything like that in this level. Really important thing to note about droid panels like that is you have to staze the droid until the little button turns green, because if you switch too early, it will actually fail to activate. And you'll have to hit it again. That is slow, so we don't want to do that. Just do it. No? Okay. There we go. Trying to be fast, and it doesn't work. I really enjoy this part because of being the droideka, you are a lot faster than Jango, and it results in some funny stuff. That triple jump there I don't think is totally necessary, but I do it. And yeah, it's fun because you can actually make Jango fall, because you're so fast. And I just like to show this off because it makes me sad. You can get over here and fly across, but no, you can't, because there's a death wall. Until Jango is across, the real one, and has gone up the elevator. then you can hit the button and fly across. Or die, that too. Don't do that, guys. Don't try to hit the button. Or don't try to fly across from too far. You will die and lose time and be sad. Yes, yes. Lovely cutscene. I don't like these kind of... I don't know what they are, kind of like live cutscenes, whatever they are, whatever you want to call them. Because you lose control, and they're not skippable. So like this is one of them. I lose control of my character, and I can't skip this cutscene. So here is our second boss fight. Well, actually a third if you count Zam. This is another boss fight here. It's pretty easy. Just shoot him a bunch while he's on the ground. Shoot him, and then once he goes in the air, switch to a Jedi and stand really close, and let his shots just bounce off you. Let exploding or deflect bolts and perfect deflect do all the work. Then once he goes to rockets, good, you can just mash and basically insta-kill his rockets. I got it the first time, but not the second. And I got it the third. That's often what happens. Okay, that was good. That was a decent Django fight. I am happy with that. So now on to 2-3. This level, so if the level I just did has very few triple jumps or skips or anything like that, it's because they're all in this level. This level has per capita an insane number of triple jumps and fancy skips. Unfortunately, this first room is not one of the things you can skip. Alright, that was good. So I switched like that because the DROID is actually not very good at combat, because it fires... That's not good. Don't know how that happened. The DROID actually fires really pretty slow. And it has this kind of knockback animation. And so it's actually not very good at killing large numbers of things in a short time. But if you switch characters like that, you kind of override the animation it does. You kind of override the cooldown a little bit. So, and you can make it a lot faster. So aside from that one random death, this level is going... Ooh, that was clenchy. Well, you can hit this panel here without blowing up any of the containers, but I like to blow them up because the droideka kind of needs to go on a diet. And it can't really get through that door, and it's just hard to get through the door while the containers are still there, so I like to blow them up. And then that lava room is just some triple jumps. Clenchy triple jumps, but really easy triple jumps. It did. Okay. Alright, that's good. Oh, nice, killed them both. Alrighty. You're doing pretty well this time, actually. I'd like to think we're doing decently. So, last area, or last room of this level, whole bunch of forcible enemies, which is exactly what you want when your objective is to force those things, but that wasn't bad at all. Alright, so we've been enjoying our time in the Star Wars universe so far. This has been a good run. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, but unfortunately the run is about to die. 2-4. This is the most egregious offender of RNG in the game. Basically what will happen is midway through the level... Okay, first off, this level is just basically a big circle. It's an arena, and midway through the level, 2 waves of enemies will spawn. one at a time. Both waves have 6 enemies. They're all special enemies. Basically, I have to hunt them down and kill them all. And it's completely random where they spawn, so it could take a very long time to find them. And if it does, which it will, that's basically run over. It can take minutes to find them when it should take seconds. This is a very short level that can take a very long time if the game decides to be mean to you. So, alright, here's one. So what we're looking for is 6 of these red battle droids here. You can see up top, across the top of my, like the top and very middle of the screen, how many I have. 4 so far, I need 2 more. And like I said, it's almost entirely random where they spawn, and I just have to run around the arena and look for them. This is There's one more. They will often like to hide behind you, like that. So, yeah, that was okay. Great. And then in this wave we have 3 of the red guys and 3 super battle droids. This is the wave that likes to kill me. One of the supers, there's 2 of the supers. There's the third. Come on. Third super, red guys. Okay, now we've got to find the other 2. There's 1. And this is the guy that likes to troll. Is this last red guy? And we got him. Okay, so we are doing well by comparison. So I'm actually going to stick to being a Jedi, and it's just as fast. Except for this part where he just like randomly becomes invincible for no reason. Come on, there we go. Alright. Now he's going to try and use rockets, and I'm just going to kill him. That was a lot better than I've been having lately. The RNG there was a lot better than I've been having. Could have been better, but it wasn't the run killer it could have been. So, but unfortunately, we go from RNG into a level I don't really like all that much. Luckily, I can skip like the first half of it if I play well. Okay, good. We got this one. Okay, and we're gonna miss this. Yep. Apologies for the noise. You might notice I don't have any music on. That's because... oh, well, that was good. That's because I keep getting videos copyright bombed to infinity and beyond by music industry. So, but basically what just happened is, well, vehicle switching is broken. If you just mash it hard enough like that, you can avoid... it will not void you out, and you can just fly past things, get to loading zone, and skip half of this level, if not more. Because in that first part of the level, you're supposed to drag a bunch of these bombs around to blow up force fields, like kind of like what I'm doing right now. Similar, but not exactly. But it's really slow and kind of dumb, so we don't like doing it. So if we can avoid it, we don't do it. And luckily we can. And this level is already going infinitely better than it went last time. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up those. And there should be another dispenser here. Yep. No. Okay, good. That was lucky. That's the last one there. And, alright. This level's done. That was a nigh-perfect gunship cavalry right there. We're not going to reset here, guys. Get hyped. We're not resetting. We are at 29 minutes right now, going into Count Dooku, which is a really pretty good time. I am happy with how this is going so far. I don't know exactly whether or not this is record pace, but it's good pace if it's not record pace. So here's our second boss level. This one is really, really, really short because 90% of the substance of the level is tied up in the boss fight itself. Also, quick apology, if anyone's talking in chat and I'm not responding, I'm not seeing it. I'm on Xbox and I have a chat window open, but I haven't seen any new messages in a while. So if you're talking and I'm not responding, I do apologize. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just not seeing it. Okay, so that was about as good as I could have hoped for. And now the boss fight. What I really want is to have an Imperial next to my droid DOOKU. That would be really nice, but I don't know if I do. Okay. So this first part is just hit him 3 times. I do, awesome. You have to wait, when he stands back up, you have to wait for him to kind of turn around, or he will be invincible, and you won't actually do any damage. So you do that. And anytime he's trying to force you, just shoot him. We don't play fair. Like, fair play is not a thing we care about here. We can just shoot. It's much faster, much easier, and... okay. Good so far. Okay. And... alright, we're done. 31 minutes to get through the first 2 movies. So we are, by levels, we're through 12 levels in 31 minutes, so a third of the game in just over half an hour. But this is where the levels start getting a little bit more difficult. Well, kind of. This first level here, not that one, this one. This level here is the definition of auto-scroller. There is literally nothing I can do to speed this up. That's fine, Asumnal. See you later. Sleep well if you're going to bed. But thanks for showing up. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. So yeah, this level is kind of dumb. I don't like it. It was, well, speedruns. Who would like an auto-scroller in a speedrun? Alright, I do have to switch and shoot some things there. But that's about the most I will have to do at any point in this level. Aside from just not die, so maybe I should pay a little bit of attention to the screen and not all of it on my phone. But, yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the record for this run is 1 hour 56, even, set by me. My goal is really just sub 2. Realistically, I'd like to get close to the record, because the record is not perfect, and I would like to set another record, because I think I can pretty easily, but we'll see. Because the record run, like, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn here, but the record run, it doesn't suck by any means. It's like, it's not a terrible run. Like, I feel like it's one of those, I feel like I deserved the record because my run was better, but it wasn't perfect. There's still plenty that can be improved, and I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of skips in this game that haven't been found yet, or maybe that's just, there are a lot of skips that I want to exist that haven't been found yet. And I just want them to exist. So, we are a good portion of the way through this level, I'd say, half to 3/4, so it'll be over soon. And then we'll be back to the action with an actual level that actually has things to do. Episode 3 is kind of interesting, I guess. It has actually a pretty wide variety of stuff in it. It's got an auto-scroller, it's got the shortest level in the game, well, the second shortest. It's got an auto-scroller, it's got the second shortest level in the game, it's got a merciless run killer level, there's a lot of stuff in Episode 3 that can be interesting. It makes my life a little bit stressful, but I'm sure for anyone watching and not actually playing, I'd say Episode 3 is probably enjoyable to watch. So, alright, we are just about done here. All we have to do is land in this hangar bay without blowing up. And we will be home free. I'm done with this level. We are at about 35:30 right now on time. I'm calling these out because I know I don't have a timer on the screen, and I apologize for that, but I don't know how I would have a timer on the screen, given that I'm on Xbox. I'm not a streaming wizard, so I don't know how I would do that. But, so we are starting this level where it, give or take 36 minutes. We should be hitting the hour right around the time we do 4-2. If I'm really fast, I'll hit it around the time I start 4-3. If I'm, like, super ultra fast. I don't think that's gonna happen. So, come on, get out of my way. Oh, that was good. That's kind of... I have trouble with that triple jump there. Because it's really high, actually. So you need to get a really, really good triple jump. Not all triple jumps are created equal. You might be surprised by that. Okay, I had an Imperial, one to the left. But unfortunately, it wasn't a blaster, it was an Imperial. So... that does actually suck a little bit. Oh, that was not good. Don't forget how to triple jump, please, Ash. Go. God, having that guard is really throwing me off. Battle droid, that'll work. Not ideal, but it'll do. Okay. So this is another instance where he tries to force lightning you, and you just shoot him when he does it. I guess the droid decal works for it, but I don't like it as much. I prefer to just use a regular blaster character. Come on, go. DOOKU down. And we can... That was an okay DOOKU fight. It was not, like, textbook, but it wasn't bad. Stop listening! What? Oh my god. Sorry, that was... my, voice recognition suddenly activated. And it was almost bad, so... I literally lost time to commentary there. I don't know if anyone's ever had that happen, but I literally lost time to commentary just now. Oh, watch your ears, by the way, this is gonna be really bad. Because the AI partner is really confused, doesn't know what's going on. So it's going to switch characters a whole bunch. And there are a couple times where something like that happens, and I will point them out. That was good. I'm satisfied with that. I'm not going to say it was like top tier 10 out of 10 MLG Pro, but it wasn't bad. It was not scrub level. So, I already know. Basically, it's 39 minutes going into Grievous. This level is the second shortest level in the game. Should take about a minute and a half or 2 minutes, depending if I'm really fast. And I'm not being very fast, so oh well. And now he's gonna jump back over And I'm gonna smack him a couple times, and then he's gonna run away, like a scared little girl. Okay, good. That's kind of a clinchy jump there. So now we do that. And now we jump over, back to the platform, smack him again a couple times, and then he's gonna run away. And we do exactly what we just did, almost. Okay, jump up, force this across, blow it up, jump across, hopefully land on the platform during the cutscene, and we got it. And that was really, really good. That was about a minute. Like 1 or 2 minutes, so that was quite good. Alright. And we go from a very quick level to a run killer. 3-4 is brutal, with an umlaut over the U and over the A. I think my high jumper was Grievous, which is really, really good. That's exactly what I want to see. I'm going to test that here. Okay. I just wanted to test it. My high jumper is Grievous, and that is really good. That is exactly what I wanted to see. That will become important much later on, basically at the end of the level. I'm killing some of these clones to make using the Force easier, and because the AI is dumb, basically, is the short version. The AI will get bodied by the enemy clones really hard if you don't kill at least a good few of them. Okay, so I got that guy. Okay. I have to try and kill these guys from over here, but targeting in this game is terrible. I use the Wookiee because blasters are faster, especially for grappling. Even though Jedi can do it, the brick, blaster characters are just faster at it. So, the last Wookiee should be coming soon. There he is. Minor heart attack there. So this is the first instance of run killing that can happen in this level, and we've passed it. The tree is really bad. Your AI Wookiees really like to get stuck on enemies, and it's annoying. We got past it, so it's okay for now. So I'm really bad at this triple jump, and not great at that one, but whatever. We're past, so who cares? And in here, we're just going to run past literally everything. And this is the part where my high jumper makes a difference, because I needed a high jumper that can triple jump. Because if you're familiar with this level, then you'll know that at the very end, there is a gate that you need both yourself and your partner to open. But if you have a high jumper that can triple jump, such as Grievous or Grievous's bodyguard, you can actually just triple jump over the gate. It's extremely difficult, probably one of the most difficult triple jumps in the game, and it's going to take me a second to get it, I bet. Come on. And we're up and over, like third try. That's really good. It saves you having to worry about your partner at all. So... Alright, this is good. This is really good. And alright, we're through. At basically 44 minutes for this level. Or at the end of that level. Would have been nice to get the gate skip first try, but you know what? I got it. Pretty sure it still saved time, because your partner is dumb. So I'm happy. 3-5 is kind of whatever. I really wish... There's one room that I really wish there was a skip for, but there isn't. So it's not the end of the world, it would just be kind of a convenience thing. and it would save a good minute or two. So, I mean, it would be nice, but it's not, like, vital to the route that we have a skip for that film. This is actually also a pretty short level. Not a whole lot to it. This is one surprising time where the AI is actually competent, because it shouldn't be able to follow you up there because you triple jump. You're supposed to force together a staircase and run up that, but you actually skip that. And yet your partner can still follow you up and help you open that door. So it's one of the few times where the AI is actually good. And this is the room I wish we could skip. I wish we could clip past the big arm thing on the door. It would skip having to deal with these, but to my knowledge, there is no way to do that. I've looked into it, but couldn't find anything. So, it's one of those things I'd really love to see someone find. Come on, go. I'm really fairly bad at these triple jumps, but I'm doing well right now, I guess because I'm on a good pace. There we go. I'm on a good pace, and so I'm feeling good. In a good mood, things are going well, I'm pretty relaxed. Alright, so now I want to stand over here, so I don't get pushed around by the door, which can happen, actually. It happened to me yesterday. Lost me a couple seconds. So that was 3-5. We are out of there in about 2 minutes. And now 3-6. Another boss level, basically. It starts with a kind of platforming chase thing, like a front camera chase. Like, you'll see what I mean. And I'm terrible at it. I always die. But hopefully I can avoid death this time, when it actually matters. Hopefully. Gonna go a little bit try hard here. Alright, and we're good. We're through. Like, I always clench super hard on that part because I'm so bad at it for literally no reason at all. Like, there's no reason for me to be as bad at that part as I am, but what are you gonna do? No real way to speed this up much other than just not screwing it up. Same with this. I'm sure that there's a faster way to get across this lava pit, but I don't know what it is. And I'm perfectly happy with this. Also, be careful. Don't try and get too artsy-fartsy and do something weird to get onto the lava islet here early. You will die. And other really important note, you need to hit your partner yourself all 10 times. Do not let them fall in the lava. You will have to restart. 48-minute prequel. Yeah, 48 minutes for the entire prequel trilogy is basically what we are. I will be gaining control again at... Come on. I hate these showing screens. At 48:25, I just regained control. So we are cooking with interstellar... we're cooking with Tabana gas, to make a Star Wars reference, right now. Tabana gas is what they use to fuel their ships, if you didn't know. Alright, so we are now on to the original trilogy, and the rest of the game so far has just been a warm-up. Now the run actually starts. The original trilogy cranks the difficulty without mercy, and it just starts instantly. Like, from this very first level, the difficulty just goes through the roof. There you see me demonstrating a cool thing where you can actually hit a switch and then change characters almost instantly. It's really cool. really fast. Come on, don't do that. Okay, this triple jump is really clinchy, and we got it. Good. So like, see there, I can hit the switch and then instantly switch to my droid DOOKU to start shooting things. Okay, got it. Yes, Vader, that's nice. Here, kind of rude, whatever. Okay. Here we see one of the first, if not the very first instances of block pushing. This is a terrible mechanic because it doesn't work. The hitboxes or collision detection on those, or whatever you want to call it, on the blocks you have to push is absolutely atrocious in every instance, and they will troll you. So, come on. This is a nice room because we can skip everything you're actually supposed to do and just go right to the end. Because that room is actually really slow. Or would be if we couldn't just skip the entire thing. Okay, this is another big fight, like I did a minute ago at the very beginning. Stormtroopers are going to come through here. I'm just going to shoot them all and kill them very quickly because I have super blasters and exploding blaster bolts. And now that fight's over, I'm just going to run around. I'm just going to run past them and give zero cares. Do not care at all. So I gotta hit these 3 switches here. Okay. Come on, jump in here. It'll do this. It'll open that. What I'm gonna do now is switch to my partner because I have to end the level as R2 because hitting this panel here is what ends the level. So I have to be R2. So I really need my partner to be a Jedi for this for starting the next mission. But unfortunately, I'm a very, very slow character. But fortunately, it's a very short distance to the next door. So, alright, 4-2 is... Oh, Grievous, cool. I'm not really sure what to say about 4-2, if I'm being completely honest. There are some skips I have found recently that do save time, but they're kind of difficult. I'm not super good at them. I've been practicing them a lot, but they're still kind of hard. I also did some testing earlier today, because previously I've been using the Womp Rat that you get from Extra Toggle to go through this level, because I thought it was faster. It's actually not. It's actually almost exactly the same speed as the Droid DOOKU, and the Droid DOOKU is right next to your Jedi, so it makes more sense to stick to the Droid DOOKU because it makes triple jumping a lot more convenient. Come on. That's another slightly difficult triple jump. You almost expect to fail at least once. Go. The Sandcrawlers area isn't too bad. You do have to worry about Jawas, though. That one usually doesn't zap you. That's not usually one you have to worry about. I guess I did. So, but that's the thing about Jawas, is that they will zap your droids. You'll have to switch characters to get rid of the effect. Really? Like that. Like you just saw happen again. Really? Okay, wow, that doesn't usually happen. It usually hits them both. Alright, so now we're coming up to the triple jumps that I'm not very good at. And I was getting them fairly well earlier while I was practicing, but since this is a run now, I am going to get it first try. That's the first one. There are a couple more. That's the second, and we got it. There's another one here to skip doing this, but I'm not going to go for it. I am terrible at it, and it does save some time, but I don't think it saves enough to be really actually worth the risk. Because if you fail it, it costs a lot of time. So, I try not to do that. So this is a fun little skip. It's just a little faster. It skips having to build the land speeder is all it does. That, and unfortunately, because my partner is on R2 unit, it's going to take him 3.5 years to get over here. So I'm going to end the level as Obi-Wan at right about 55 minutes. So we are cooking. We are on a fantastic pace right now. Absolutely fantastic pace at the moment. So let's just hope I don't lose the run at any point in the rest of the prequels. Or in the rest of the original trilogy. I always do that. I always say the wrong trilogy name. So this is another level where you actually have the Womp Rat, but again, because triple jumping is just so much easier when you're playing as the DROID, and I don't think the Womp Rat is actually that much faster. It makes sense to use the use the DROID. And since this is free play, we can just skip past everything. This level is heavily skipped. There's not a lot that you're supposed to do in this level that you actually do in a free play run. This is one of those nice parts where I use a regular blaster. There we go, that should do it. Excellent. Because regular blaster characters are really good for killing a lot of things really fast. One of the few advantages, I guess, that the Womp Rat has over the DROID is size. There we go. The Womp Rat is smaller, so it's easier to control a little bit, I guess. Here you see another instance of we just don't care. We just skip over everything. Don't build the bomb. Don't push it along, or we don't get the bomb. We don't push it along. We don't bother with any of this. We just run through the door because we're so fast. Hop on the dewback and go. Okay. So this is an annoying boss fight, sort of. Gotta kill the spy. We can't do it right off. He's gonna spawn 2 waves of stormtroopers that we'll have to pick first. And then he will come out. That should be the first wave. I have this theory that it might actually, because of the way cutscenes work, that it might actually be possible to kill him during that cutscene, but I've never really managed it. I think you'd have to have, like, perfect, absolutely perfect timing to get a blaster bolt up there to go off during the cutscene. So. Alright, last round. And he's already dead, so that's fantastic. Now we've just got to kill the stragglers. That should be it. And we are good. Come on, get in there. Alright, and we are, like, incredibly far ahead right now. We haven't even hit the hour yet, and we're already through 4-3. This is spectacular. This is probably world record pace right now. I just have to keep it up. So, oh, come on, that's not how to do it. I always forget that. Come on. There we go. So that's a good way to lose like 5 seconds randomly for no bloody reason. Alright, so 4-4. Horrible level in any percent. Kind of whatever in free play. Really quick, actually, in free play because we have the mouse droid. The absolute, unequivocal, fastest character in the game is the mouse droid of all things. It is insanely fast. This thing is Sanic, and it makes the 2 Death Star levels much more tolerable than they are in something like any percent. Like, these 2 levels are referred to as hat percent, because you have to have hats. You see there on the right, I just passed it, a Stormtrooper helmet thing. And that's like 90% of the reason I don't run any percent, because hat percent is terrible. And free play is better because you can just skip past everything. Like, literally everything. Hat percent, you don't care about. You just have to do somewhat clenchy triple jumps a lot. So, we are almost done with this level, actually. That was the last instance of a hat in this level. So, we have almost rescued the princess. Just gotta kill a couple guys here. Build a couple things here. Yeah. These switches here are extremely finicky. Like, these sets here, this set, the one to open the door to get in here, and then there's one really bad one in the next level, are the absolute worst offenders for finicky switch timing. So we just hit an hour basically in the middle of that level, so we are, I don't exactly know how far ahead of record time we are, but this is definitely record pace. This is a really good run. I am super pleased with how this is going so far. Alright, so 4-5. One of the worst levels in the game, in any category. It's a lot better in free play than in any percent because of so many bricks and the mouse droid again. There we go, there he is. This here is one of the dumbest rooms in the game. I hate it, but it's trivial because of the mouse droid. So I'm going to try for a semi-difficult triple jump here to get up onto that walkway. Come on. And we got it. Second try, so that still saved some time. Alright, and the mouse droid is really convenient because it's right next to this Imperial engineer who can build and shoot and open the Stormtrooper panel doors that we need. That one will go. Okay. Yeah, this is like the worst switch timing in the game right there, those two. So. Okay. This, come on. Forlom, okay. I was checking my bounty hunter, because if you get Jango or Boba Fett, you can do an interesting skip here. Oh! Wow, that was terrible. I forgot which direction to switch, so... Alright, going try hard for a moment here. Yep, alright. So those there are some of the hardest triple jumps in the game, and I got it very quickly. So, yeah, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, that was basically the end of hat percent. Now we've just got to fight our way through the rest of the level. Come on, don't. I was doing that because exploding bolts, if you're hit by an explosion, it will actually stop you building. So I do that to minimize the risk of having that happen. And here, I'm going to stay as the DROID even though the mouse droid is faster, because the DROID is fast enough. But what I need is R2 and 3PO, and the DROID is just a lot closer. And it's more convenient because I don't have to do a whole crapload of switching characters to get to what I need. So, I just stay as the DROID here. here, I am going to swap back the mouse droid to do that. And now I just have to, once again, kill everything that moves. If it's not me or my partner, and the partner thing is kind of loose. You don't really need to kill the partner. So at this point, if it's moving, kill it. And that will end the level. There, that was good. Another case of I want to end as a Jedi. So that my partner, so basically I want to manipulate the ending characters so that I can have what I want where I want it. Not as important for this level, because this level coming up is a vehicle level, which is kind of a dumb level. It doesn't like to be nice. This is another instance of torpedoes, basically, and that's all that really needs to be said. This level here has probably the most torpedoes in the entire game, and is one of the biggest reasons I wish we could skip them all. We could skip all instances of torpedoes. Because it's pretty bad. I switched here because torpedoes like to go after things that you don't want them to. So if I blow up some of the other stuff, it gives my torpedoes a better chance of hitting what I want them to. So I'm going to get here. So I just basically have to mash both buttons at the same time. Here you see the torpedoes really showing off how bad they are. Okay, got it. Okay. Come on. Alright, good. And we're through. This level's going well, actually. Compared to what it could be doing to me. Okay. Alright. Still going well. I've never seen that happen before, but okay. It's interesting. I may have to look into that later. Right now, trench run time. The trench run is super difficult. Literally just hold forward on the stick and fly. It's fast and invincible, so, you know. Again, I use the Arc Fighter a lot because it fires super quick, seemingly compared to a lot of other ships. Alright. So, that was episode 4 down. We are at basically 108 for the first 4 movies of the game. 24 levels down, 12 to go. So this is one of those times I kind of wish I had a droid to cop, but oh well. Episode 5. Episode 5 is kind of... oof. It's another kind of black movie. It's full of levels I don't like all that much. There are 2 levels that I kind of enjoy, and 4 that I'm just like, please no. So in this first area, you have to drag a bunch of bombs. Basically, the strat for this first room is grab a bomb, fly forward, and mash as hard as you can. Okay, good. The second area, we have to kill this first AT-AT. Okay. Wish we didn't do. I believe it gets rid of it in the wall or something. So, now we've got to grab a bomb, but first we need the other AT-AT to shoot us. That was good. Alright, so now that AT-AT there is gone, we can do this. Skip past that wall. That skip's dragging another bomb to blow up that wall. We can do it again here, skip both. Boom, done. And now we have another arena fight, similar to 2-4, but not quite as bad. So it's another case of randomly spawning enemies. There are 4 waves in this level. It's not being nice to me. It's really nice to me the other day, but it's not being nice to me the other day. Of course it's not, because I'm having a really good run so far, so it won't be nice to me. This is one of those times when it might actually be a good idea to use the Falcon, because it has, like, omnidirectional cannons. And since the probe droids only take 1 shot to kill, it's really convenient. Alright, now we have a bunch of PTSD. And again, using the Arc Fighter because holy cannon, Batman. It fires super fast, it hits hard, it's yeah, okay. That'll work. Come on. Alright, so now we're gonna have a wave of AT-ATs. There are just 2 of them, though. Right, here is the first one. B button didn't seem to want to work. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so there's 1. Here's the second. Alright, there's that. 1 more wave. And this one is mixed. It has everything. It has a little bit of everything. It's got an AT-AT, some probe droids, some AT-STs, it's got all of it. Really lucky, the AT-AT will spawn in such a place that you can do sort of what I'm doing and blow up some other stuff on as you're flying around. There's the last one of those. There's the last one. There we go. Alright, that's that level. That was good, but not spectacular. I had some iffy RNG there at the end. But it's okay, we'll roll with it. Okay, we are at about 112.45 right now. Record is 156. I have... I want to beat the record. I need to complete 11 more levels in about 43 minutes. That's gonna be difficult. That's about 4 minutes a level, give or take. Which for some levels is certainly doable, but for others, not quite so much. So this level, it's another case of there's a specific area that I wish we had a skip for, but I don't know of. It's the big old ice ramp with the buttons on it. There are 5 buttons. Wish there was a way to skip them, and there actually used to be in LEGO Star Wars 2. They patched it out or something. And so it is no longer possible. I have tried numerous times, but it does not work. Exploding blaster bolts did not want to work for me there. So here it is coming up. The ice slide thing. There's a way to speed it up a little bit. You can hit a couple of them, and if you fall off in the right way, it will death warp you basically back up to the top of the ramp. That's not gonna... Oh, that did get it. Nice. Oh, come on. This is not going well. I knew I was going to lose the run at some point. And, okay, there we go. Oh, probably still faster than doing it. Oh, I usually do. Which is usually what I do, is, hit two of them, and then I have to go all the way up around the ramp again. Come on. Does my partner not know what he's doing? There we go. So this level's been a little bit slow. But... come on. Almost done now. And we're good. Okay. Alright, 5-3. 5-3, what to say about it? It's kind of it's another vehicle level. It's another instance of torpedoes. There are 4 in the level. I can skip 2 of them. And it's one of those I really wish I could skip at least 3. And I feel like there's almost a way to skip 3, but sort of like the second torpedo area in episode 2 level 1. I've tried it, but it's optimized at best. Every time. And then this level is the worst defender for in-level load times. They are horrible. This one specifically. There we go. So, at this point, this level becomes a runaway simulator. I don't do anything for a little while. Coming up are some of the more difficult torpedo skips in the game. Basically, you just have to line it up perfectly, and the game doesn't like when you switch vehicles in weird places. Oh, I almost had it there. Oh, come on. Cooperate with me. And got it. Okay. I don't know if that actually saved any time. That one especially is kind of finicky. But that's the first one. The second one is coming up here. It's also a little bit finicky, but I feel like it may be a little bit easier than the first one. It's kind of hard to say. This one, you kind of want to fly across the side of the rock. That was dumb. I had it, and then I messed it up. Come on, don't do that. And of course, I'm going to completely fail it because I am having a good run. So at this point, we're just going to go, we're going to do it right. We're going to do it the intended way because it won't save any more time. That's really incredibly annoying. I had it the very first time and then I messed it up. So, good job, me. This one you actually can't skip. I have yet to find a way to skip it. I have tried, and this is where I came up with Sonic. Yep. And coming up is The Rock. Not Dwayne Johnson, this monolith that eats runs for breakfast. It's covered in torpedo targets, and as terrible as torpedoes are, I think it should be obvious why this rock is so awful. Okay. on, I've just got to get that one. Just got to wait for this one basically to come around and face me so I can hit. And come on. Come on. See, there's nothing I can do about this right now. This is just complete randomness. With the torpedoes, there we go. Yeah, that was not good. That was really, really, really not good. So, yep. So we are at basically 120, so 36 minutes to the record, 9 levels to go. Basically have to average 4 minutes per level. I'm not entirely sure anymore. because 5-3 was so bad. 5-3 just destroyed me. Come on. Okay, good. I was worried that was going to be close, but made it. That's just a fun and easy way to skip all of that. This is one of those things that we as a community need to like put out a bounty on, finding a way to skip this. Because it is very dumb. And I really, really wish we didn't have to do it, but we do. At least I don't know of a way to skip it. But yeah, this is Dagobah, this is 5-4. Not my favorite level. Not the worst level, though. It could be a lot worse than it is. That was annoying. Just killing those bats because they like to be jerks. Good, I didn't miss that jump. Okay. And now we are going to have a Darth Vader fight coming up, which is pretty easy, but again, I really wish there was a way to skip this, and I've looked and haven't found one. So it's 2 hits. Every 2 hits he moves. He goes to another part of the area. Didn't want him to do that, but okay. Okay, good. That triple jump is crunchy for me. I'm not very good at it. And every time I do it, I'm scared it's gonna go poorly. Okay. That was okay. That last cycle was kind of meh. But overall, not terrible. So, last room of this level. Just fly across. Here. This is another case of triple jumping being lovely, because we don't have to worry about any of what the game really wants you to actually do. You just kind of go. Here, you do unfortunately really kind of need to kill the bats, because trying to YOLO it won't work. It just won't. Sadly. Because my partner loves me, it has decided to end the level as 3PO. So that'll be really good. That was about 3 minutes on that level, I think. So 3PO is totally not like the slowest character in the game that I will have to use to get to the next level. That was sarcasm there. 3PO is one of the slowest characters in the game. Not the slowest, but close. Anyway, yeah, IG-88, darn. This is probably my least favorite level in the game. It's another boss level. It's kind of excessive to me. It's basically, my main complaint with it is that it feels a little bit excessive in everything it does. Like, you have to fight Vader like 4 times, I think, Well, you're supposed to. I think it should be obvious by now that I actually don't fight Vader 4 times. I only fight him twice. Okay. So there's that first one. That triple jump there is really kind of glitchy for me, even though it really shouldn't be. Gonna go for it here, and I'm gonna get it. Alright, so got the fast strat. Come on. There we go. That was nice and quick. Another Vader fight. And who is the slowest character in the game? If I had to guess, probably the Gonk droid. Without Super Gonk. Other candidates are Geonosian. Geonosian is incredibly slow. 3PO, after having his legs blown off, is extremely slow. I don't honestly know. I've never tested it because I don't really care who the slowest character in the game is. Alright, so there's the first instance of a Vader fight, and that's done. This is supposed to be another one in here, but, you know, triple jumping is the thing, so we're just gonna skip it. It's really important that I wait here for a second and let the glass become forcible, or I will soft block here. Because Vader will not actually, his hitbox won't activate or something, and he will never take damage. So that is a sad thing that you do not want to have happen. So make sure you wait there for a second. And there we go, done. Alright, 126. Well, 126.20. Coming out of that level. Okay, Cloud City Trap. Or not Cloud City Trap, Trail over Bespin. 5-6, actually one of my favorite levels in the game, so we go from some of my least favorite to actually one of my favorites. I enjoy this level for some reason. There's some interesting, funky, fun stuff you can do. And I just like playing it, so. And from here on, we say bye-bye to Boba Fett, because we don't actually need him. Right, you want to switch the other way. Because you can actually open that door yourself. Like in story mode, Boba Fett actually opens it for you, but you have bounty hunters, so why bother? Okay. This is supposed to be a really, really long fight with a huge mob of stormtroopers, but, well, I think you get the gist by now. Triple jumping skips everything. Also, prepare your ears. There's going to be some really awful R2 screaming here coming up in a second. So my partner's not going to know what to do, so it's just going to be R2 and Fallen Dialogue. I apologize. It will get better in a second. So, and a really nice thing is this level almost always gives you Boba Fett, which is really good, because Boba Fett, because he can jump, can cross this gap without having to go to the back and hit the switches and buttons and levers and things. You're meant to extend the bridge, so you can just fly over and not care. And from here, it's only a case of kill everything that moves. And when you kill everything, the level will end. I want to be a Jedi, and we're good. Okay, so we are at basically 128.30, 129 effectively. Going into Return of the Jedi. So the record is 156, so if we are at 129, that will give us, let me think here, what, 27 minutes? Nope, no. Go. 27 minutes for 6 levels. There we go. Which is, I don't know what I'd have to average. about 4 minutes a level or something, in order to hit the record, hit or beat the record, I think. Alright, so Return of the Jedi just goes haywire. It does not care. It spikes the difficulty immediately and intensely. So that was really good. The rest of the game has really just been kind of a warm-up for Return of the Jedi. The prequels are basically a warm-up for the original trilogy, and the original trilogy is basically just a warm-up for Return of the Jedi. There we go. Never remember where my bounty hunter is. Come on. I wish there was a way to skip this by triple jumping, but I have not found it. I don't think you can actually jump high enough. It's another case of switching instantly after pulling a switch. Get out of my way. Okay. Another instance of exploding blaster bolts putting in a lot of work, because it lets you blow things up really fast. Okay, going well so far. Here. This room has a really cool strat in 80%, I really enjoy it. Because you can stand on the droid panels and actually jump up into the cages and get the droids down that way. But we don't have to do that because we can just switch to the droids we need. But it is a really cool, it's probably one of my favorite parts of 80%. So, okay. We are most of the way done with this level. Just a little bit more to do. Another instance of instant switching after pulling a switch. And, alright, that was really good. Apologies for the snuffling, my allergy. Right, switch backwards, switch the other way. Alright, and now for a boss fight against the Rancor. This one is kind of difficult because you have to release these Gamorreans and kind of body block them so that the Rancor can pick them up, but they don't like to cooperate. Go figure. It's almost like they have a self-preservation instinct or something. But really, you just kind of need to body them like that so that the Rancor can pick them up. Going well so far. This one's not going to be as good. The Rancor's place. Come on. Yes, that was like perfect. You're out of my way. That big thing. I don't know what you are. That was a really good Jabba's Palace. We are at 133 basically. So 133 with 5 levels to go. Gives me 23 minutes to do the rest. Okay. That is just under, like, 5 minutes a level. Okay. So this level here is actually really kind of interesting, because it's one of the few levels where something other than the DROID is the fastest character to use, and in this case, it's Boba Fett, because he can fly. There are a lot of things you need to do that happen on these other skiffs, so it's really advantageous being able to fly like this. So, unfortunately, he's only really useful in this first area, and then one more time, a little bit later towards the end of the game. I don't actually switch there because the droid will get caught on the switch, and that's bad. So I don't actually switch to the droid. So you only really need to activate that one, and then you can just fly across. I mean, if you really wanted to be ballsy, I think you could just triple jump across those gaps, but I don't like going for that. It doesn't really like to work for you, so. So we're in here, and we're coming up on a really, really cool and interesting skip, and it's in here. It's another out of bounds. I need to get this down here, I need to wedge in here, come over here, die, respawn, switch to Boba Fett, fly in here, come on. That's being mean. There we go, and clip in like that. It doesn't usually take that long to get it, but oh well. So now we're done with that part. Here, it's just push the blocks. We do have to deal with the Gamorreans, unfortunately, because, well, the blaster guys will just kill themselves with the explosions, but the Gamorreans will not. They will stop you pushing things that you need to push, so thank you very much. And you can blow these things up with exploding blaster bolts, but it doesn't always like to work. There. Okay, that was okay. Alright, we are at 136. 4 levels to go. So, basically 5 minutes a level. This level is not going to be that. The next level, Speeder Showdown 6-3, takes 7 years. It's actually not quite, but it is about 7 minutes long. It's the longest level in the game by far. In LEGO Star Wars 2, there was a triple jump you could do to skip over the barrier at the end of the level, but I believe it was patched out for this version. So it no longer exists, and that is dumb. Okay, so all we need to do now is get on these bikes and kill a whole bunch of other bikes. Which basically just means smashing really, really, really hard. There we go. Got him. And now I get to be annoyed because these shield generator things here are keyed specifically to ATSTs. Nothing else in the game can damage those. And that's part of why this level takes so long. Is because literally nothing else can blow those things up. So like if they were keyed to like explosions, then you know you can kill them almost instantly upon coming in. But no, that's not how it works. This guy's really good. Really playing hard to get. Go. It's not quite that bad usually. Oh, huh. Blowing up part of the foliage there, that's interesting. It doesn't usually happen. It's another case of switch immediately, and I'm basically over here by the time parts hit the ground. Are... Where's my bike? Here it is. Okay. And continuing on. It's been about 2 or 3 minutes of this level so far. Okay, that's two more. Come on. There we go, got it. Of course, targeting in this game is terrible, because you can't actually do it yourself. You have to rely on the game to do it for you, which means, obviously, it's okay. That's good. Okay, so this is the last speeder instance. Blow these last 5 up. Blow up these last 5. And the last time. There he is, got him. Okay. So this is going well so far. I do this, it's faster. Use the speeder bike. Away. Speeder bike, please. Build that. This level's going fairly well, I think. But I mean, it's still just so slow. Targeting, please. Work with me here. Oh, that was close. I was a bit scared there. And, of course, because it has to be, nothing else would make sense, the ATS to be lasers. Like, not even explosions from ATS shots. It has to be the shots themselves. Nothing else will do it. It's really dumb. So now the long part of the level is over. We get to go to this part. Which is also kind of dumb. Can't believe I've never thought to do that before. Making up strats mid-run. That's a really good way to do it. It's not actually a good way to do it. That's a terrible way to do it. And it is actually worthwhile to blow up these grapple points here to stop enemies from spawning, because your partner will get bodied by them if you don't. It's happened to me, and it's wasted piles of time for me. And I don't like it when that happens, so we try to avoid it whenever possible. There we go. In the case of damage keying, these things are tied specifically to the AT-AT. Nothing else can damage them. Almost done with this level. Go. Alright, because of my partner being a stormtrooper, I'm actually going to end as a Jedi. Alright, we are at 142.45, so I think this is going to be a record. I hope. I don't want to jinx it, but I have a good feeling. Because at this point we have about 13 minutes to do the last 3 levels of the game. Come on, if I can pick the right character. There we go. Okay, Battle of Endor. Long level. Not the longest, but still fairly long. Has some difficult tricks. Watch your ears here. It could be bad. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, good, got it. Oof, that was clenchy. A lot of the distance triple jumps are, because triple jumping is not really a very good distance to me. It's much better for just height. But unfortunately, you don't always have the choice about how you want to use it. This is the worst version of the game right here. This little power coupler, whatever this thing is. It's absolutely terrible. It doesn't work half the time. Okay. Going well so far. This is an instance when it's really not worth blowing up the grappling points because it just doesn't matter. Okay, so now we're just going to kind of leave our partner behind. And prepare your ears here in a moment. I'm going to do a triple jump, and the AI is going to really freak out because it's not going to know what to do. Because I'm going to triple jump up over this gate, and it's going to start doing that. Because it just doesn't quite know what to do. Good. I've been struggling with that jump lately for no reason. Never struggled with it before until the last 2 days. Approaching one of the last areas of the game. Or one of the last areas of the game. Well, technically one of the last areas of the game, too. Because this is like level 33 or something. So, just gotta build these things, push this thing. That. Alright, and we're in here. This is probably the longest seeming part of the level. Part of the level just feels like it takes 7 years. It really doesn't, I don't think, actually take that long. It feels like that was dumb. Okay. We have to pull 4 of these levels like this. And they're all in various locations. But luckily it's a lot easier to get them, to get to them in free play because characters change. So. Okay. This is probably the worst of them. That one there takes the longest of any of them to get, I think. Okay. Still good. Alright, good. No soft lock. I actually had a random soft lock once, where the lever out in the main room wasn't active, and I couldn't pull it and therefore couldn't finish the level. But I didn't get that this time, so... excellent. Alright, this level is almost over. Just gotta build these things here. And pull these levers. Just forget about those. And done. At 1:47:15, I finished that level. So, 9 minutes, give or take, for the last 2. I think I can manage that. Zam, I wonder why it switched my partner to Zam. Odd. But, whatever. So, this level is pretty quick. It's another boss fight. It's another boss level. It's pretty quick. Despite the Emperor having like 20 hearts or something. Okay, and after 5 hearts, he starts Force Lightning. It's absolutely worth it to kill these guys here. The Royal Guards, definitely worth it to kill them. They're a huge pain if you don't. Up here. Hopefully I won't fall off, and here's where invincibility really comes into play. Because I just don't have to care about his little force floor, or about his lightning floor. I just... And this is why this level is so quick, because the Emperor just dies really fast. So, there's that. Just come over here. And fight him again. Okay. Another couple of guards. the elevator. Then he will run away over there. We just gotta follow him. Okay. Last heart. Alright, and at this point it doesn't matter what I end as, because the last level is a vehicle mission. So, we are basically at 150 even, record is 156. This level is between 3 and 4 minutes, so this should be a record, hopefully. Assuming nothing awful happens. Alright, so in this you kind of want to do like a clockwise circle around the area. There are 4 Star Destroyers, each of them have 2 shield generators you need to blow up. First one you start on the right, the others you start on the left, and you can just make a big ol' clockwise circle. And a nifty, one cool thing about torpedoes is that you can fire, and if you lock a target after you've fired, the torpedo will track that target, as if you had been locked the entire time. So, first area done. Now we're actually inside. Just gotta remind myself to breathe, stay calm, and just play. Just do what I know how to do. Okay, so more torpedoes here, because torpedoes are dumb. There's no skip for this, but there's another instance of torpedoes here soon that there is a way to skip. I'm going to try it once, and if I don't get it, I'll just do it the normal way. Because it is kind of difficult to do, it's finicky, I don't have a way to do it consistently yet. Basically, you just want to come in here, and then, and we got it. Just want to get in there once the door opens, and kind of wedge yourself in between the rocket and the wall. And here I use the Falcon because the multi-direction cannon is really good. Okay. And at this point, it's hold forward and mash X until the game is over. And you'd think, hey, you just need to go in a straight line as a vehicle, be a pod racer, but no, that doesn't actually work, because of the pillars and stuff. They will slow you down, stop your momentum. And since the pod racers are unarmed, you can't blow them up. And the pod racer takes a second to accelerate, so you can't actually, you can't switch to a ship with guns and then switch back, because it actually takes a second for the pod racer to get back up to speed. So, game is just about over. It looks like it's going to be about a 153.40 or so, give or take. And game is just about over. $153.30.65. I just saved 2.5 minutes on the old world record. So, there we go. That's a new world record right there. LEGO Star Wars free play, the complete saga free play, RTA, in 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 30.65 seconds. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy this category. Thank you, by the way. That was a really good run. I am very proud of that run. There's obviously more can be done, more time to be saved. But all in all, I am proud of that. I am absolutely going to go and submit that to the Speedrun.com leaderboard right now. So thank you, by the way, Marx, or Marxilius, however you say your name. Thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun doing this. I'll be doing this again at some point, so if you ever want to see it again, you know, I'll be doing it. So anyway, I think that'll be just about it. So thank you for watching.